Hello and welcome. Right before a huge, life-changing blessing comes your way, there are often these really clear signs to prepare you. But here's the thing. Most of us, we miss them. We get frustrated. We start to think our prayers are being ignored and that heaven has just gone silent. But what if that silence is actually part of the answer? Let's dive into the signs that you might be on the verge of a serious breakthrough.
Have you ever felt that way? Like you're just waiting and waiting for a change, for an answer, for any kind of miracle, and all you get back is nothing. It is such a deeply frustrating place to be. But what if that silence, that feeling of being completely and totally unheard, is actually a sign that there are unseen forces at work, arranging things for something far greater than you've even asked for?
Okay, so this is the crucial point to really get your head around. What we experience as a frustrating delay is so often a period of divine preparation. God doesn't forget his children. When a major blessing is on its way, your environment and your whole inner world, they begin to shift. So if you've been waiting for a breakthrough, this explainer is absolutely for you. To really understand this, let's look at the story of Joseph. He was given these incredible dreams of leadership and authority. But what happened next looked nothing like a blessing. He was sold by his own brothers, betrayed, stripped of his dignity, and thrown into slavery. Then, on top of all that, he gets falsely accused and lands in prison. On the surface, his life was in absolute ruins.
This quote just reframes Joseph's entire journey, doesn't it? Think about it. He wasn't abandoned for a single moment. He was actually being molded, purified, and positioned for the exact purpose he was created for. Sometimes what we know has to be broken down to build something new. And sometimes we have to be separated from all the noise just to hear that whisper of guidance.
So let's get into the very first sign, intense trials. Now, I know it sounds completely counterintuitive, but right before a massive breakthrough, a spiritual battle often erupts.
You pray, you trust, you believe, and then suddenly, everything seems to be going in the complete opposite direction. You're facing losses, obstacles, opposition. Well, this points to a key spiritual principle. The enemy doesn't attack something that has no value. When all hell breaks loose, it's often because heaven has already decreed something powerful over your life. That turbulence, that's the evidence.
This scripture right here gives us such a profound sense of hope. These trials, they aren't random. Each difficult situation is like a purifying fire, and it's not meant to destroy you, it's meant to reveal the strength you have in Him. It's a process, and it's designed to teach you to rely not on your own logic, but on grace. All right, the second sign can be just as challenging, purposeful separation. This is when you feel a sudden distance from people or places, and man, it can really hurt. Maybe you've lost some important relationships recently. Friends have drifted away, doors have closed, and places where you once felt so welcome now feel different. It's totally natural to feel rejected or confused. But what feels like a loss is very often an act of protection. See, not everyone is meant to join you on the next level of your journey. So when things are removed, it's because space is being made for something so much better.
This period isn't about isolation. It's a process called sanctification. It's a time of being set apart for a sacred purpose, prepared for a deeper intimacy with God. Just think about it. Even Jesus would withdraw to be alone before key moments in his ministry. He knew that solitude is fertile ground for connection with the Father.
And that brings us to our third sign, a spiritual stirring. And I'm not talking about normal anxiety. This is a deep restlessness in your spirit that you just can't quite shake. All of a sudden, things that used to excite you feel hollow. Conversations you once enjoyed just leave you feeling empty. There's this pull to seek more, to pray, to just be still. Your spirit knows something is moving, even if your mind doesn't have clarity yet. And what's crucial to understand is that this feeling, it isn't frustration, it's direction. It's a spiritual shakeup, pushing you out of your comfort zone because what's coming won't fit into your present. This verse illustrates it perfectly. The new work begins inside you first. Before the external circumstances change, your heart is being prepared to receive and to sustain the blessing. So when you feel that inner movement, Don't ignore it. It's a sign that you're growing, you're maturing, and that something new is being awakened within you. And finally, the fourth and maybe the most beautiful sign that you're about to receive a great blessing. Unexpected doors begin to open. This is where things start to feel hopeful, where you could really sense a divine flow.
Opportunities you didn't even seek out suddenly appear. The right people just show up in your life. Projects that were stuck for ages suddenly become unblocked. You're not forcing anything, you're not manipulating or striving. You're simply walking in alignment. When what you need comes to you without a fight, without compromising your faith, that isn't luck, that is purpose.
And this is the essence of it all, right here. When you surrender your own plans and you trust His direction, He takes charge of straightening the crooked paths. He moves hearts, He orchestrates timing, and He opens doors that no one can shut. It's not about your effort, it's all about your dependence on Him.
So let's do a quick recap. The 4 big signs that you're being prepared for a great blessing are: first, intense trials that test and strengthen your faith. Second, purposeful separation that protects you and makes room for the new. Third, a spiritual stirring that directs you away from your comfort zone. And fourth, unexpected doors opening up as a sign of divine alignment.
So if you're seeing these signs in your life right now, please don't be afraid, don't be discouraged. You are on the verge of something truly great. You are standing at the edge of a brand new season, and this entire process is about preparing your heart to receive it with faith, not with fear.
All of these signs, they ultimately lead to one place, a prayer of faith. And this isn't just about asking for things. It's a choice to trust in God's plan, His presence, and His perfect timing, no matter what your circumstances look like. It's about valuing the giver way more than the gift.
And this, right here, is the ultimate position of strength. To be able to say, you know what? Even if the answers don't come tomorrow, even if the path is still cloudy, my praise is still yours. Because my faith isn't built on what I can see, but on who I know you to be. If this message has touched your heart today, please share it with someone who needs a reminder that they haven't been forgotten, that their blessing is on its way. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, may you walk in peace and favor every single day.